to the third match of Dawnmination. I'm Mad Vyking.
And I'm Dirk Mahoney.
Tonight's match is going to be taking place in a library, and we have to keep quiet. Otherwise, we set off the noise-triggering explosions that are set up. The lucky fighters are the confusing old Man Bob versus the silent but deadly Tarantula.
This match is gonna end before it even starts. I mean, with Bob, he'd freak out and set off the explosions.
It's not like he's that dumb, or he could be, I don't know. Speaking of old Man Bob, he's a war vet from a lot of wars. He fights with his sword, trash can coat, well, everything, really. His signature move is the Mahoney.
And we have Tarantula. She's a kunoichi that trained under the deadly style of Tekokagi. She uses her poisonous, knife-like claws to slice and dice her enemies with a side trick of using her hook gun and her martial arts skills. Her signature move is the Spider Bite.
Now that we've discussed the two, we take you over to Finny, who's backstage. Finny.
Hello, friends. I'm here backstage with the fighters here tonight who are preparing for their best in this match. Here we have Tarantula. Are your claws much sharper than before? Ah, quite nice, quite nice. I can see the fine polish. You do take care of your claw blades quite seriously. Glad to see that. Now we have Old Man Bobb. Now, Old Man...
What? Speak up! I can't hear you!
Shh! We're in a library, Bob. Show some respect.
And why should I respect those nerds? Reading books full of useless crap. Back in my day, I read nothing but scribbles on the wall. One time I saw a door that said, "Don't dead, open inside," and...
Shh, Bob, quiet down.
All right. Tuna fish. Don't have to be so rude. Wait, what was I talking about? Why am I here in this library? This place is full of book-reading dorks. I'm leaving.
He'll come back. That was the interview for the two backstage. Back to you, Madam Dake.
Dirk, this is an audio play. They can't see sign language.
Oh, right. Thanks, Finny. Coming up next is the silent match in Dawnmination.
Introducing first, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 215 pounds. It's the silent spider, Tarantula. The opponent, standing 6 feet tall, and whatever estimate of weight he has, it's the semi-naked Sifu, Old Man Bob.
So, I do it like this?
Right, like that. Otherwise, the bombs will explode.
What? There's a bomb?
I say nothing, just fight.
Okay, you two. Good, clean fight. Make sure to put the books back where they came from after you use them. Shake.
Oh, you'll need to wash your hands when you get a chance, Shark Woman.
Let's get ready to dominate.
The first round has started. Tarantula is stepping over to a bookshelf to climb on it. She's reaching for a book with no words on it. She's slowly ripping out the pages one by one. This is interesting. She's folding up the pages and turning up the paper shurikens. Didn't know she was that good with origami. Tarantula threw those shurikens down over to Bob, hitting him in on his beard and another right at his head to give him a paper cut.
Ow! What's wrong with you? Haven't you learned any...
Tarantula threw an apple right at Bob's mouth just to silence him for a while. I think that's the first time I've seen Bob have some healthy food in his mouth. Always saw him eating like garbage. Sorry, I don't know what you just said. Speak softer.
Dretcher threw that same book right in Bob's face to force him to swallow that apple. An apple a day keeps the doctor away from Bob. He doesn't really need apples to keep him away. He's just his weird self.
This apple tastes too ripe. Where's the softness? The decay? And that special little worm you get. Uh-oh.
Bob just jumped back before Tarantula could hit him with a flying kick. She's pouncing over Bob now, just to throw him to the floor with a head scissor takedown. Bob's devised a plan in his mind to grab something from his beard. It's a rotten apple.
Here you go, Ninja Spider-Woman.
Wow, how do you like them apples? Bob threw a rotten apple right at Tarantula's mouth while she wasn't looking. She's trying as hard as she could just to swipe away all the gunk and worms on it. Tarantula doesn't look too happy about that. She's got that same grappling gun shooting at Bob's head. She just yanked off Bob's beard from his face. Not to worry, Bob has the ability to grow his beard back like he always does.
Scientists are still trying to figure it out to this day. Bob's running after a bookshelf just to grab a book of his own. Ah, an encyclopedia. It's possible he's going to try to do his own form of paper shurikens like Tarantula did. He's ripping up a bunch of paper, taking a peek at one of the pages.
What kind of word is that? It sounds like a wizard spell. Sesquipa, Susibaka, no. Seppuku? Salad? No. Similar? Sasquatch? No. Sasquatch onion? No. Sussy squid paladin? Squinty pumpernickel? Spatula Dalmatian? That's it? No, that's not it.
Well, Bob got distracted with a book. This is going to take a while. That distraction gave Tarantula time to charge after Bob again with a claw coming to his face. Bob pushed Tarantula away with his hand on her face. His eyes still glued on that piece of paper.
I'm trying to read this word, woman. Don't. Reading words is hard. Back in my day, we didn't need all these heavy books to help us learn new words. We just made them up on our own. I tried to get the word shoe bucket, sand glue, and Bob Rock in the dictionary, but they claimed it was just garbled word salad. And salads taste horrible. It's like sand and grass, but you dull the nasty taste down with more veggies. Add that ranch. And why did they name it ranch anyways? It doesn't own any cows or horses.
That's the first round. We'll be right back with the second round in Dawnmination. Welcome back to the second round, friends. What we've seen so far was Tarantula being silent but deadly, while Bob, not so much. With the sound-activated dynamite still intact, who knows what Bob will do to trigger it and explode the whole library.
Speaking of Bob, I see he constructed some book dominoes where we were on break.
What? I had to pass the time. Books are boring and libraries are boring. These days are good for something.
Bob, you do know this is a silent library match, right?
Of course I do.
And if you keep shouting like that, the dynamite in this place is going to explode, right?
Dynamite? What?
This old man, I swear, gonna do this for safe measures.
The second round has started. Tarantula picked up a book from the shelf. Oh, Art of War by Sun Tzu. Just as Bob was busy trying to get the tape off of his face, Tarantula crept over to the end of a line of book dominoes where Bob was, and she placed that book down. She's extending that book line until it reached the top of a bookshelf. Now she's grabbed a coin and she's heading back over to Bob and flashing it in front of him. Looks like the shining light from it has caught Bob's attention.
Oh, Finny.
Bob's got his grabby hands out, just trying to snatch that coin away from Tarantula, but Tarantula's backing away to get Bob right where she wants him, right under that bookshelf. She kicked the book down just to release the long book domino line. All those books tumbling all in one direction, over a table, under a table, right under our table, and over the top of that bookshelf to lock down the last book.
Bob kicked out. He's just gotten back up with a bump on his head. He took off that piece of duct tape from his mouth now.
Have you no respect for your elders, young lady? Hitting one's head with a book of knowledge isn't a very clever move. I say with wit and words, you can turn a barbarian into a whelp. For as many would say, the pin is mightier than the sword.
What in the world? Bob, the dumb man who just woke up and started talking mature for his age. Tarantula's weirded out from this.
Why are we in this library of all places? These books must be as old as I am, having such history from decades past. Who knows? There might even be an old picture of me back in the war somewhere. Ow, my head! Is it raining books or something? Ow, my head again!
A couple of books just fell off the bookshelf by themselves, hitting Bob in the head and turning him back to normal.
Ow! What was that for, Carrot?
I just wanted to have a reason to hit you on the head.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Bob ducked before a book thrown at by Tarantula smacked him in the face. He just grabbed a big book on the shelf just to give Tarantula her own medicine. That book landed right in on Tarantula's face, sending her back on a bookshelf that rained down a pile of books on her. She's gonna have a lot of paper cuts for sure.
Last time I had a paper cut, it was right around my finger after I was trying to fold some cards for a poker game. The other players had to call the game off after I passed out from the sight of my own blood. They'd never let me deal a hand of cards ever again.
Glad to know that, I guess. Tarantula got out of that book pile by slashing her way out. She looks pretty injured from those books that tumbled on her.
I just made you eat your own words, Spider. That is, if you actually speak. Matter of fact, do you even speak English? Or Japanese? Or Javanese? And what language do you think in anyway?
That was the second round. We'll be right back with the third round at Dawnmination. Welcome to the third round of Dawnmination. What we saw so far was the two of them using the books of the library and throwing them at themselves in a book fight.
It was bound to happen, huh? Did you see what I did there, Mad? Wait, don't hit me with the book.
Relax, I won't hit you with the book. What I'll do is this.
Wait, what's with the duct tape? And why are you... Ow! What'd you hit me for?
For the book pun, it sucked.
Oh, don't lie. You thought it was a good one. At least I didn't scream too loud, otherwise the explosives would have turned on. Matter of fact, why didn't it go off after those two threw books at each other? I'm confused.
The final round has started. Bob's hopping on one table just to say something.
Okay, Miss Ninja Lady. You've messed with the bull, and now you'll get the udders. Wait. No. You messed with the cow, and now you'll get the horns. Wait. That's not it either. Whatever. Coon powers, go!
Wait, how did he do that without triggering the bombs?
Good question. I put the settings from flashy and fancy to soft and unexpected. It's very useful just to sneak up on people with a suit like this. Now, here's the good part. If I can move around in this cramped up space.
That's a huge disadvantage. The 12th Mecho is confined from the small library. He's trying hard just to attack tarantulas, but his movements are like a slug stuck in molasses. Tarantula's using that advantage by leaping up into the ceiling and clamping onto it with her bladed claws. She's climbing over to Bob's head just to kick him in the head a couple of times to distract him. Just as Bob held his cone head, Tarantula came back on Bob back to reach the main energy source for her to power him down.
And she slashes it down with her spider bite. It didn't do much damage, but Tarantula's trying it again with more and more spider bites.
Ah, something's on my back! Get it off! Get it off! Ah!
This isn't good. Bob's just stomping all over the library table, knocking down shelves and destroying some decorations on the side. Tarantula's got her claws digging deep into the mechone, holding on for dear life as Bob's just flailing around.
Get it off! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, it looks like Bob tripped over something. Take cover!
Oh. Ow! Ugh! I thought we were goddess for sure.
Yeah, but look on the bright side. We don't have to worry about triggering the dynamite since Bob did it for us. Speaking of which, who's still barely alive after that match?
Not to worry. I got the bug that crawled on me. Was a hard thing to do in that suit of mine.
Bob just got out of the rubble with a barely conscious tarantula in his hand. Bob wins!
Ladies and gentlemen, your...
The dynamite already exploded. You don't have to whisper anymore.
Oh, right. Your winner, Old Man Bob.
Now that I've got you in my hands, I'm going to grab something special. My shiny! This'll go well with my great shiny collection that I have in my trash bags.
The next match we have coming soon will be devilish. Yeah, devilish. That's the match for tonight. I'm Mad Vyking.
And I'm Dirk Mahoney.
And this was Dawnmination. Stay safe, Millennium City, and good night.